When either Sandy or I try to make a sign, it starts out with a piece of slab wood which needs the edges squared off on them. This is a unique problem of its own, being there's no square edges to come off of with the square, but I've figured out a way to do it. This track saw is really nice as far as cutting these slabs. And here I'm getting a piece that I cut down prepared for a carving, and you sand off the live edges and you sand the board down. Here I'm going to take a torch and burn the live edges. I like that look on these signs. I do it to most all of mine. And of course you have to sand that down, get it ready for the next step. And here I want to put a kind of a whitewash on the sign because I didn't want this pine to turn yellow. It is yellow pine anyway, but I didn't want it to turn yellow with varnish on, so I thought I could put a whitewash on it to maybe keep it from turning yellow. Not so sure that process works very well. Going forward, I might not do that anymore, but I did it on these signs for the camp. Here you see me laying out the Irish settlement template that I'm going to use the router and carve into this sign. I put the tape down so that when I come back to paint it, it's a little easier. These templates are the lettering. There's some of the letters in the templates that take 2 steps. Like the R that you see there in the Irish, that's the first step you're seeing in this particular scene here. And then you have to swap out that piece for a second piece to do the second step to get the R. And there's other letters like that. Plus there's only 2 letters, 2 of the same letters, so sometimes you have to go back and redo that. And then in this case I forgot to do the R, so I had to go back and do that. So here we're painting the letters, and of course the tape keeps me from getting too much on the board. I want to get this painted as well as I can before I put the sealer on it. And this is the final product here after Sandy did her thing to it. Don't tell her that I said